Hello, welcome to Sunday Comic Investment Chat. Beautiful day here in Florida. But first up, best of luck to everyone in the path of Dorian. Uh, my thoughts and prayer and best wishes that somehow the storm will go more east and spare the Carolinas. Okay, so it's never fun. And big thank you to everyone that sent me emails the last couple of days that was concerned for my welfare and my family welfare. So thank you for thinking about us. We are safe. One of the big plus of living in Sarasota. I have lived here now for, gosh, 15 years plus, and only once did we have to evacuate. So for the most part, that's not a bad thing compared to the east side, right? Yes, for those that ever consider moving to Florida for retirement or whatever reason, email me, contact me, because I will do my best to persuade you to move to Sarasota. Yes. Good is go. Hello, good morning. As always, the Sunday Comic Investment Chat will be loaded on Podbean for listening podcasts, so you don't have to watch the videos. You can always wait and then download the podcast and listen at your leisure later, right? So, but regardless, thank you for Blade Runner and Good Is Go for being here. I don't expect that many people to join me live. Uh, But we are here and we're talking about comic investment. That's the topic, as always, on the Sunday chat. Um, One of the things that I talk a lot on my channel is how prices on some comic books have went crazy in the past few years. I'm sure you have heard me talk about many books that went crazy. And one of the things that I think a lot of people in this hobby fail to understand or need to understand is that comic books, just as any other form of investments, has an expected return that need to be in some realm of reasonable. Once it cross the realm of reasonable, that's when you have to ask yourself, is this warranted? Is this move worth holding on to, or is it hyperbolic? Is it way out of whack and it's time to get the F out of the book, right? Hello, Go School. And I think that's, you know, where a lot of people, mostly younger people or newer people that have not been around other investment, don't understand and need to understand. The stock market is volatile. Okay. You see this happen all the time. It can be down 1% one day, up 1% one day. But if you are a student of the stock market, you will understand that over the long run, okay, by the long run, I mean 20 years, 30 years, if you invest for return, for retirement, and everybody should, okay, I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir as far as save up and save for retirement and all that stuff. I'm sure you have heard about it. But the stock market, the big index like the Dow, the S&P 500, if you look at the historical return of the S&P 500 over 30 years, 40 years, don't look at 10 years. 10 years is not long, okay? When you talk about the stock market, you need to look at beyond 10 years. It is long, but those that invest in the stock market long term need to look at 20, 30, because if you are in your 30s or 40s right now, right? Surely you're not going to retire for 20, 25 years from now. I'm assuming you want to work or have to work until you're 65. So you have a very long term horizon, you know. So you need to take a look at the average return 20, 25, 30 years to see what the heck is going on. And if you pay attention to what the market is doing, you will see that in general, the average, the stock market return 9, 10% ish, right? That's the realm of expectation. Once the market is up like four, if a stock market go up 30% in 1 year, I guarantee you it will raise a lot of red flags. A lot of investment manager, a lot of hedge funds are going to ask themselves, what the heck is going on here? And is this move sustainable? Is it time to cash out? Is it time to go short, go on the other side of the trade? Because if the average, if the average long-term return of any investment is 9, 10% ish, surely a 30% move is an anomaly that cannot be sustained, right? And this is the same thing with comic books. Nothing, regardless of what asset you're looking at, okay, whether it's real estate, gold, oil, everything have an expected return, have an average return that is within the realm of reason of what this asset has done in the past 20, 30, 40, 50 years. When it go out of whack, be very careful. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that I think a lot of younger or newer collector in this hobby don't understand is that if you have a comic book, regardless of how awesome it is, if it double in a year, there is zero chance that this is going to keep the same trajectory, right? If something double, let's go to the one of the most common example that happened in a very visible big book in 2018, Hulk 181. That book literally double. Is that even in the realm of reason? And is that in the realm of reason that that book gave back a third of the gain this year, or even half of the gain this year? That's the kind of thing that if you are in this, sure, a lot of people in this hobby frown at people talk about investment, frown at talking about value. They are in this hobby for the pure love of the comic books. Nonsense. Okay? Let me be very blunt about it. If you don't care about value, how many people that say that buy the Overstreet Guide over the past 20 years to know what the value is? It is mind boggling to hear the hypocrisy of so many people in this hobby that frown on people talk about investment and value, but they are the one that have 35 years of Overstreet Guide on their shelf. Complete nonsense. Okay, so let me say this: a lot of people do this, but it's okay if you don't care about the value. That's fine, but I'm talking about people that talk out of both sides of their mouth. Okay, if you don't care about value and all you want is to hoard and to collect and to have as many long boxes as you want, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that would, go ape shizzle on other people that talk about investment and speculation, but then they have all the overstreet guide because they need to know what value is of their collections. Yeah, that's when it become nonsense. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And I'm sure what I just said here is not news to a lot of people. I'm sure viewers out there, listeners out there are quite aware of these kind of individuals. Okay, the kind of individual that would like to say how the hobby is ruined, how the hobby has been spoiled by people that always talk about money. I don't know about you, but I don't love anything enough to just throw away thousands of dollars into it and just for the sake of having some piece of paper. There got to be something more than just the love of the hobby. There's nothing wrong with loving the hobby and also love money. Okay? It's delusional. Delusional to say that money doesn't matter. It doesn't. Go live in Cuba. Go live in some communist country where money doesn't matter. Okay? You live in America. Money matters. The same people that will talk about money doesn't matter, value doesn't matter. You value your job, right? You value the boss think about you highly to give you a raise, right? It's all about money. Okay? Money make the world works. Do not be delusional about your passion about this hobby and common sense. Don't separate that. Hello, Brian. Music Chatter is here, my moderators. Um, but back to investment. One of the biggest problem for all of us, okay, I included, is letting go of big gains. Okay, when we see books that have big gains, woo, perfect example. I had an Avenger 48. Yes, the Black Knight. And there have been rumors, speculation about that book, about the Black Knight. I had that. I have two copies. Okay. I sold one a few months ago, like 3 months ago. Okay. I sold one a 9.0 for like, I need to look it up, but I think I sold a 9.0 for, oh gosh, maybe it was an 8.5. I can't remember. This is how bad my short term memory is, but I sold it for under 300, 200 something maybe. And then I slapped another copy last month and got a 9.2. And if you look at GPA for The Black Knight, Avenger 48, that book exploded. A 9.2 was $200 last year. My copy was auctioned off on Comic Link last week. I did not include it in my comic market report, but I can talk about it here. It sold well over GPA. I think GPA was like 700 all time high. My copy auctioned off a 9.2. You can go look it up on Comic Link right now. I think my hammer price was 800 and something. It was easily $100 over GPA high. Okay, so now in hindsight, now you got to remember I consigned the book to Comic Link before the news broke. Okay, I sent that book to Comic Link as soon as it was slab. So, sure, if I knew the news was going to come out that the Black Knight is going to be in the Eternals movie, I would have hold off a little bit longer. There's no rush, okay? Um, but since I consign it, I'm one of those person that I play in this market long enough to understand that, hey, Sometimes you will miss out on selling at the top. It's okay. Who am I to complain? Okay. I literally bought that book for like, um, let's see, I bought that book. I'm trying to remember how much I bought the book. I bought that book for $65, something like that. It was, I bought a collection of Avengers high grade. Maybe I should pull it out and show you that that run. But I bought 14 copies, like a full run of Silver Age Avengers a few years back. Gorgeous. Everything is at least an 8.5. Some as high as 9.6, but gorgeous run. Let me pull out. Okay, I still have this book. This book is at least a 9.4. Gorgeous. It's a stunner. Okay, and I got it out of the cabinet because guess what? It's gonna go to CGC because I'm gonna sell it for some stupid crazy money. Um, it's gonna be at least a 9.2. I think it's a 9.4, but there's a tiny little crease here. But other than that, it's razor sharp. Okay, it's gorgeous. The red, not one flaw up there. The yellow, the corner, razor sharp. The only minor flaw is a tiny little quarter-inch color breaking crease. Very light. You can barely see it. But I paid something like 60 bucks or something like that. No, I just did the math in my head. It come out to be about $57, between 55 and 57. I paid $700 for 14 books. And back then, nobody cares about this. Okay. Issue 47 and 48 wasn't really the jam of that 14 book run that I bought. Uh, oh, I forgot. Brian, you are in the Carolina. Be safe, my friend. Be safe. Be safe. Yes, you got my thoughts and prayer. Um, that's the thing with living in the southeast of the US. When we got lucky, somebody else get unlucky. It is what it is. You just had to get used to it. But so get back to the Avenger 48. And so if I paid 65 bucks or whatever it is, and then another 30 bucks for it to get graded, round up the cost of shipping to Comic Link and sold it for 800, am I complaining about getting 8 time returns on my money? Sure. Can the book go up even more? Yes. Do I care? Not really. I mean, I bought it. You know how I play the game, right? Whatever I make. Now, can the book, we are a long way away from the movie, right? We have another year, at least 9 months before we see a trailer. So, can that book go up between now and the trailer? Absolutely. Is it going to double? Eh, I don't know about that. Okay. I don't know about that book, a 9.2 copy going from 800 to 1600. It is the Black Knight. Okay. Let's be serious. It's the Black Knight. Let's not go crazy. Okay. If you study, this is a thing that I think a lot of people don't do is when you look at this hobby as an investment, you should go back in history and see how the book behave. Okay, look at how the first appearances of like Gamora behave, and or any characters. A lot of times, the big jump happen now, right? We have the news, the big jump, and then there are multiple ways, no doubt about that. But the ways are not doubling. Okay, there have been a few people that ask me, Nick, have you sold that copy? Did you regret selling it too early? Did I sell it too early? Yes. But given how I played this game, I can put that now. I sold for 825, I think, minus 10%. I'm gonna get like 740 back from Comic Link after the 10% fee. The way I played this game, you think in the next 9 months I can't use that money and flip multiple times and triple and quadruple that amount? The answer is I can. So when I play this game, I understand the potential and when to walk away. Okay. If you know, I have two copy of this book. This is the highest grade. I have like a mid grade that a year ago I probably couldn't give away on eBay for $10. You know how mid grade books are. Mid grade Silver Age. If it's not hot, it is literally selling for $20 or less on eBay, right? But nay, so there is still chance. I have multiple batters chance yet to cash in on this, so I'm not worried or bummed that I miss out on selling that book at the top. You just have to know that you can never sell at the top as long as you get a big chunk of gain. Be happy. Okay, so that's the lesson that I try to tell people is just like when you have multiple copies, it's okay to let go along the way because you will never know when the top is. By the time you know the top, by the time you see the top, it usually on the downside, right? How would you know it's a top? How would you know something is at the top unless it already rolled over and you see that it's coming down, right? So you don't want to be the one that say, "Oh, there's a top and I missed it." So no one is smart enough to sell at the top. Selling at the top equal luck. Yeah, a lot of luck. Any stock trader will tell you if you can buy something if you can sell something at the very top, it's a lot of luck, as well as buying something at the very bottom. When a stock is crashing, a lot of time trader will buy on the way down because you don't know where the bottom is. You're hoping that you got the bottom, but often it go lower, right? Hello, who dat? Maddie's here. Hello, Omega Comics. Hello, good morning. Yeah, I mean the Black Knight, no doubt. My theory on Marvel about hiring young actors is a good thing that for the Black Knight. I'm not saying that this book does not have potential to go higher. I just question the potential to double where it is right now. Okay, just go back and look at Strange Tale first appearances of Gamora. Has that book doubled after the first Guardian of the Galaxy movie? This is a thing that people need to look at. You need to look at historical return. And that's the main point of this chat. A lot of people that talk about speculation, that hype up these things, just don't disclose that the gains are in the majority of the gains are in the very first hype. Okay, it's there already. It can move higher if, for whatever reason, the character is so important, so big, like Iron Man 55. Okay, Thanos had a huge gap up and was able to maintain that level and goes a little bit higher every year until the end, until the end game, and then it is over, right? Todd Holbeck said, "I mostly sell with profit and miss the high end." Most of us do. I'm not here to claim that I hit the high end on anything. You know, I usually sell on the way up and then watch it go higher and then see it slide, just like House of Secret. Take a look at that book. Okay. I sold my 9.0 for like $3,000. I could easily sell it for at least 50% more. But guess what? That book has come down below $3,000. So yeah, heck, I paid 600, $700 for that book. So selling it for 3,000, am I gonna sit here and say, oh, I miss out? I make 5 times my money. 5 times in less than 10 years. How many? The thing about investing, return, expectation is that you have to understand the average return of many things, whether it's gold, oil, real estate, stock, the average return of many assets are not double digits. By that, you're not going to find that many assets that give you 10% return every year. Okay. If that happened, you would double your money so fast. Everybody would be millionaires. Okay. It doesn't work that way. The expected return, the average returns of many things are nowhere near that. For those that remember the real estate crash of 2007, 2008, and 2009, for those that remember that, do you remember what the return was of real estate in 2002 to 2006? It was insanity. Real estate, if you pay attention now, real estate is tricky in that some region can stay flat for a long time. Hot market like New York, LA, San Francisco, Seattle, those things, yeah, the return can be double digit. Yeah. But if you go to Midwest America, you're not going to find any assets as far as real estate assets that are doubling or go up 10% every year. It doesn't work that way. But if you take the entire US market, real estate market, and average out the return over the past 30 years, it is way below 10%, way below, more like 6% or less. Okay. And the anomaly is, of course, by region. If you go to New York City, sure, if you go back 20 years, the average probably be 10% ish, double digit. It's not easy for any asset to have a long-term return of 10%. Trust me, if you invest in a stock market or the any kind of market, if if there's an investor out there, let's say I average 12% a year for the past 30 years, that's a super duper successful investor. So not that many people can claim that, can make that claim. Good as gold said, I bought a house close to Atlantic City in 2008, still underwater. There you go. Okay. It is no doubt if someone bought that another house in Atlantic City in 2009 at the bottom of the market, surely that person have made money, right? So price points matter. You heard me talk about this all the time. I hear this all the time. I get this question all the time. Would you buy? Would you buy this now? And it's a very tough question to answer because it's, let's say, Fantastic Four one. Many people would ask me, would you buy this now? What is now? I detest those questions, to be honest. I detest those questions because it means nothing. That question means nothing to me as far as like, would I buy it now? Not, what is now? Okay, because on any given moment, on any given time, you can buy a book 5%, 10% below the current GPA, or it's the people need to learn to shop. Okay, I cannot stress enough about how aggravated I am with people that don't want to shop. People want deals. This is the human flaw. People want deals without putting in the work in finding bargains. How many people agree with me on that statement? It's true, right? One of my biggest pet peeve of buyers are They want you to give them deals when they are not working to get the deals. Hey, if you don't have time to shop on eBay or don't care to shop on eBay, don't care to do the work, then guess what? You will pay retail. End of story. It's just you can't get the cake and the ice cream and the cookie all. It's this is why I am hard on buyers that are lazy. Now, this is a general statement, but you know there are hardworking collectors out there that don't have time to shop. I understand that. This statement are not about those people. There are hardworking people that work 60 hours a week, that have family, and they don't have time like me to go shopping on eBay. I understand that. But you also can agree with me. There are plenty of dudes out there that would rather sit here and watch YouTube videos 4 hours a day than go look for something on eBay, right? And then they expect the people to find the deal to give them the deals. Doesn't work that way. You go hunt yourself or you pay up. Okay, yeah, that's my rant of the day. It's just that there's a lot of people that just want deals without the work. Ain't gonna work with me. Okay. Uh, Let me check the chat here before I keep on yapping. It's already 10:30. My goodness, time flies when you are talking. uh, Pete Cass, hello. Teflon Ron. Yes, there are rumblings out there about a potential Hulk versus Wolverine movie. I don't know. You know, Hulk 181 is such a desirable book already. It has come down this year. It has given back some of its massive gains last year. Would I tell anyone to go out there and chase down a copy because of the potential movies? No, absolutely no. You know me, I don't do that. Well, if you don't know me, since you might be new to my channel, I'm the last person that would tell somebody to go buy something because there is a movie. I will profit from a book that jumped because of the movie because I do have a lot of books. Luckily, right? Luckily, I do have a lot of books that are related to many characters that are in movies. Like this book, I bought 6 years ago. Yeah, I bought that book 6 years ago. So yeah, that's part of the spec game. Buying high grade Silver Age Marvel. I like that game. You know me, I prefer to play the the hot flip more than the hot spec. Okay, this turned into a hot spec now, but when I buy things in 2013 with the intention to sell later, because outside of Avenger 57, I'm not a huge fan of Avengers. I'm not a Avengers collectors. In fact, Avengers 1 is one book that I have never owned. Okay. Most of the Avengers big keys I have never owned. Avenger 1, never. Avenger 4, never. And because I didn't care. I bought these because it falls into my category of what is a hot flip, high grade, silver age Marvel. Can't go wrong. When you see something like this for like 60 bucks or less, and it's 9294, there is money to be made. Trust me, there is money to be made even 6 years ago. But patience pays off. Good Ace Gold said Joker getting huge buzz, no movement in comics, and you know why? Let me tell you why. This is direct connected to why I think people that talk about second appearances and third appearances is full of shizzle. Joker first appearance is what? Batman 1. End of discussion. All the pumper, hyper, hoarder, they can't hoard that book to drive up the price. It's over, done with. That book is expensive as it is because it is already well known. The rest of the Joker stuff is a joke. Okay? It's you should not be speculating on bronze or modern Joker book. No, I'm not. I mean, I have some cool modern Joker cover. I'm sure many people will agree, right? That Jock cover, that iconic, immediate classic. It's a cool Joker cover, but it's a cover. Okay, if this hobby is about buying key book because of key appearances or key first this and key first that, guess what? Joker first appearance is Batman 1. End of discussion. And then sure, a lot of the Joker Golden Age covers are highly sought after. Highly sought after. They were expensive before. They are rare. They're already tough to find. The hoarders, the pumper, the hypester, they're not the one that have those books. So naturally, the rest of the Joker stuff is not going crazy because there's no reason to. I hate to say it, there is no reason for a bronze, you know, for example, Batman 251, Neil Adams classic, Joker cover. That book is hot or in always in high demand because it's already has been. It's not a book that is in a dollar bin. Okay. It's the spec games of books going from dollar bin to crazy prices. You're not gonna see that with the Joker. Okay, the expensive books are already expensive. The stuff that are garbage stay as garbage. Good as Go ask, did second appearance, Silver Age appearance matter before CGC? I don't know. I don't know. Some people say yes. Um, some people, like I said, second appearance has always been something that the hobby do pay attention to. Okay, but it's not something that is worth bidding up because you can't own number one. Um, Now, if you can cash out on Joker number one, as someone mentioned, yeah, if you have it, see that's the book that could be in a dollar bin. Well, let's be real here. Joker one, high grade, is not a book that was easy to find, right? And if you can find a book in for cheap and sell it for 200 or whatever silly price the market is willing to pay, that's the kind of spec book. Go for it if you can find it. Cash out if you can. Take the money and run. But I can't imagine why Joker appears so many times. Okay, this is one of the outside of any other character. Isn't Joker the most common villain that appear on Batman titles? I think most people will agree, right? There are so many. He appears so many times. So it's not a rare. It's the reason why that book is not gonna the reason why many Joker's cover aren't going crazy because guess what? He appears so many times in so many covers. It's not unique, outside of a few cover like as I already mentioned, the Jock cover. Detective 880. It's not a heck of a lot of covers that is so right. And this movie is gonna be good, right? From all the buzz. Guess what? How big of a buzz was Logan was? Is it Logan is probably one of the most loved, well deserved, highly regarded movies, superhero movies. Is that the reason why Hulk 181 did well? No. Did any other Wolverine related book blew up? So you have to look at how this hobby have treated these things. Okay, if you enter this hobby and say, "Oh my God, the buzz about the Joker is awesome," and I need to speculate on Joker's cover, calm the f down. Okay, calm the f down because go back and look at Wolverine and Logan for a lot of examples. And if that does not cement into your mind to stay the F away from that nonsense hype with the Joker covers, then I can't help you. It's nonsense. Todd Holbeck say your copy needs to get slabbed. I'm guessing you have a nice Detective 880. I have. Last year was the first year that I bought a Detective 880. Bought a nice copy. I think I paid like 125. It's like a near mid copy, so I'm pretty happy. But since then, I have bought uh, three other copies. Yeah, one's a 9.4. One is two is still raw. One I think is going to be at least a nine. Well, 9.6. One is really beautiful. A 9.6 with it has one spine tick. And then one I think is a 9.2 ish. Omega Comics said, "Tell them, Nick." Yeah, you know, people don't come here for soothsaying. Okay, I'm come here to give you the blunt message. Is that I have been accused of many things, and at least recently, some people on my channels have even accused me of being like Comic Tom. Comic Tom can be who Comic Tom is. Comic Tom is 10 times, 20 times more popular than me. Okay, has a lot of personality. Okay, no doubt about it. And it's I have always stay in my lane. Okay, people can do whatever they want. People can hype whatever they want. I'm okay with that. uh, I just do what I do. And let's be very blunt here. Even the people that may like me, even the people that you think are my close friends in this community, even they don't watch all my videos. They don't they may not care for many things that I do. It's okay. Okay? That's what called online friends are. Okay? It's not a big deal. Okay? I can guarantee you, Reaper, Dr. Von Schiller, Luther Manning, m- all three of them skip many of my videos, and that's okay. you know, there is some kind of um, myth that the people that are close on YouTube have to support each other, have to watch everyone's video, and have to comment on everyone's video, and that's just not true. I have always approached my channel with, you know, I make the videos. If you don't like to watch it, if it's not the topic that you want to watch, skip it. It's that simple, right? It's not. There's no obligation to support me. There's no obligation to watch my videos or leave the comments. Skip it. It's okay as long as you're not offended that I don't watch your videos, because I don't watch every videos that Reaper does either. It's just it's human. Okay, not everything that I say is interesting to him, and vice versa. Mr. Miracle said, "Your channel is very different from Comic Tom." Did that person even watch? He watched one videos and see that I talk about Eternals, and he immediately think that I am hyping Eternals books and this and that. I'm just like, get the F out of here. Okay. It's not the first time. He has comment a few times. So it's not like like some new um viewer that dislike what I have. Trust me, I give the haters more attention than I should on my channel, but I got plenty of people that. Here's my thing before I go too long into this area is that one of the weirdest thing about YouTube is that people that don't like something, they stick around to criticize because they think it's social media. They think I don't get it. Okay, it's like a it's almost as crazy and make no sense like a car crash. You know, like whenever there's a car crash, people had to slow down and watch. Okay, people like to see a car wreck. Okay, I'm not. I'm one of those person that I'm annoyed when traffic is blocked because people are slowing down to watch the wreck. Just move along. Just be happy that you're okay. Hopefully, the person that get hurt wasn't hurt too bad, but move along. And the internet is like that with me. If I don't like something, I move along. I don't understand the people that need to stop and then get on the keyboard to be a keyboard warrior because they don't like what they see. You can't please everybody. Good as gold. I did announce the winner. Jim Justice was the winner of this last Price is Right game. It was announced yesterday. So only 8 players play the game. So I will keep doing it. I mean, I would like to see more people play the game, right? Because then it make it more exciting and fun. But it is what it is. Uh, it doesn't matter if this channel have 3,000, 4,000 subscriber, but only 8 people care to guess. And hey, it make better odds, right? So as long as there are some player that want to play, I will keep doing it every month. Not a big deal. It's $10. It's lunch on me. It's not a big deal. Well, thank you, Omega Comics. I'm here to give the alternative. That has been really my intention even 7 years ago. Okay, I can tell you when I joined the community, unlike a lot of people, okay, a lot of people that join the community was inspired by other people, right? They join the community and they're just like, oh, I watch Omega Shin Ryan and and this and that, and I like to see the haul videos, and I'm gonna make haul videos and or show my collection. A lot of people are like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I can tell you, I got in the community not because I was watching anybody, and I just do my own thing. It has all. It's not that I set out to be different. It's not like I am. I don't like what I'm seeing, and I'm going to be different. That was not the intention. The intention was I was never big into showing everything that I buy, right? That has always been my thing. Even now, I show, even with the Path to a Key or Art of the Flip, I'm showing nowhere near what I'm buying, um, because it's just nobody's business. Some people like to see some of the stuff I buy, and I don't mind sharing. That's the other thing. My God, I one of the things that did irk me recently was somebody got annoyed at me at my haul videos or one of my videos say, "I'm so sick of you always showing off your stuff." And I'm just like, you watch YouTube comic community videos, right? Do you? post that comments at everybody's video that show a haul, what do you think they are doing? Sharing? It's not. If you think that what I'm doing is show off, then you better go and thumbs down the rest of the community because everybody, like it or not, is showing off as well as sharing. Some people cross the line between sharing and showing. What it? Who cares? But so for me, it has always been like, I like it. I enjoy this hobby, no doubt. I wouldn't be making daily videos if I hate this hobby. It does not mean that people that don't make videos hate the hobby. Okay, there are people out there that love this hobby way more than me. Way more. I don't even need to guess. I know there is, and they have zero desire to make videos. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, there are people that look at making videos like it is work. It's a chore. It's a bother. They don't want to deal with that. That's okay. I am just one of those few people that enjoy the hobby, enjoy talking about the hobby, that don't mind making videos. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not here to get 50,000 subscribers and make $1 million on YouTube. I don't care. You don't see me ever talk about thumb my video up, subs to me, pump me, hype me up, share me. Never. Okay. You don't hear that here. I'm here. If people enjoy the content, thank you for spending the time watching and listening. Other than that, move the F along. Good as gold. So no ETA shirt. Oh, believe it or not, I have been working on getting merch. One of these days, it's not high on my priority. My wife and son joke about it, but I'm just like, oh my God, it's that I'm not creative. Okay. Let me be very blunt. I'm not creative. Okay. Uh, Luther Manning, Patrick, he's very creative, right? If you watch his skit that he does, his little videos, wonderfully done, wonderfully edited and shot. I am nowhere near that. That's why my video is this. Um, I'm not. And when it comes down to like designing merchandise, t-shirt, cup, whatever for ETA Nick, trust me, I thought about it and I told my wife, I just don't have a creative bone in my body to do anything that is worth selling. Good luck to Who Dat, who is working on a path for an ASM1 and Amazing Fantasy 15. Hey, it is not easy to stay focused, but now is a good time. Those books has come down in prices to something more reasonable, especially Amazing Fantasy 15. So is it the bottom? I don't think so. Okay. I'm not calling the bottom on Amazing Fantasy 15, but certainly the book for most grades, maybe not the low end. I kind of pay attention to the 1.8 to 2.5 range. And I think they have declined less than the bigger like 4.0, 5.0. So I don't know. I don't know how low those books can go as far as the 1.8 to 2.0 range. I don't think so. Immortal Biggie Shack, hello. You come in just at the end. It's 10:50, 10:56. I'm here for another 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, who dat? Good luck. Good luck on your hunt. It's a book that many people want, so you're not alone. You just have to be patient. Watch Comic Link and watch the stock market. Okay, if a stock market, the stock market has been very volatile the last 8 months since Christmas, right? It has been very volatile. And I'm not here to call for a stock market crash. I don't know. It has been very hard to trade the stock market the last 8, 9 months, no doubt about it. Not for the weak stomach. Okay. It's been crazy. But if there is a big auction that happened during the same time that a market is crashing, I guarantee you see some soft price. Okay. So it's just psychology. Okay. So if you're in the market and Comic Link has a big auction this week or next week, and the stock market is gonna crash 5% next week, that's the time to go buy a copy, buy a book that you want on Comic Link. Okay, because I can guarantee you, whether it's Comic Link, Heritage, or Comic Connect auction, if an auction is ending at the same time as a stock market crashing week, I am certain that many big keys will go for cheap. Okay, it's that's the psychology of the market. Okay, you cannot disconnect how the big stock market move with the big books. It will impact. That's just the way it is. FF27. I know I have a copy, uh, but is there a good reason before I go why FF27 is hot? Todd Hobeck said, Nick, your path to a key, what is the era you will buy with all your winnings? Um, it could be anything, to be honest. Okay, I can tell you there's books that I want in my collection that for those that pay attention, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1 first print. That has always been something that I want to add to my collection. So it could be a modern books right there. Okay. But that's the only modern books that will be added with the winning. If it is Silver Age, Showcase 4. Okay. I have talked about this as well, as far as a book that I have never owned that I would like to add, Showcase 4. Yes, I'm shooting big here. I'm shooting big. Okay. I'm not shooting for uh four figures book. I have high expectation that my path to a key will get to the 5 digits level. Maybe not this year, but for sure next year. Um, and as far as Golden Age, probably one of the hard to find Joker's cover. Okay, but really, that's now. Does that mean that I'm not gonna buy something different? No. If I see a Silver Age key, could be anything, even Avengers 1, right? But hey, if I see an Avengers 1, a book that I don't really care to own for cheap, that I can flip, I would buy it. Okay. It's just that it hasn't happened. That's a book that is rarely on my radar. And I have never seen something worth buying to flip. So it's just, yeah. Oh, FF27, first Doctor Strange crossover with Namor. Yeah, I have that. I know I have it. It's just that I don't know what the significance of it was. It has Namor on the cover. Actually, I did a random eye candy video with a nice high grade copy of that book, right? Yes, Robert, you are correct. Stock market crash, when the stock market crashed in 2008 and bottom in 2009. Oh, comic book was the last thing a lot of people was thinking about. So 2010, things were cheap, cheap. Okay, so hang in there. You know, I said this many times. In fact, I might be the first person that said it many years ago on YouTube. Collecting is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know, you don't have. If you are 30 years old, in your 30s, or even in your 40s, and you have 20 plus years of collecting left to enjoy, don't worry. your chance of grabbing something cheaper than it is right now is highly likely. Okay. The market is not one straight line up. There are ways you can catch the down waves and ride the up waves. Okay. So be smart about it. Okay. I just look at the clock. It's 11:02. Time for me to get ready to make my Sunday brunch. Eggs, bacons, French toast, pancakes, hash brown. Oh my favorite meal to cook each week because I love me some eggs and bacon and hash brown. Anyhow, thank you everybody for joining me. Uh, Probably, I'm not sure when the next investment chat is going to be. For sure, not next week. It's not a month. It's not a weekly thing. It's more like a monthly thing. So thank you for joining me this Sunday. For those in the Carolinas or in the path of the storm, be safe, be careful. Hopefully, the storm will go by quickly. Bye.